Hi, I'm Hanna, and today we're going to be discovering everything you need to know about emeralds. Emeralds have been prized for millennia, with fans ranging from Cleopatra to Elizabeth Taylor, and some of the oldest and most famous emeralds dating back to the Roman and Byzantine periods. So, to give you a bit of gemmological context, emeralds are part of the gemstone family beryl, along with another Fenton favorite, aquamarine. They're a beryllium aluminum silicate, which are colored by various elements found in the earth, such as chromium and vanadium. They're also known for showing some of the most beautiful inclusions, which can occur during crystallization and crystal growth. Inclusions can consist of other minerals and wispy feathers, and can even appear whitish. So a question we're often asked is, are emeralds durable? A gemstone's durability is determined by three different aspects: hardness, toughness, and stability. Together, they determine the gemstone's ability to withstand scratching, chipping, breakage, or any changes in appearance over time. A great reference to have in mind is the Mohs scale of hardness, of which diamond sits at top at 10, with emerald resting at 7. Meaning emeralds have good hardness for daily wear. That being said, they are a more brittle gemstone than, say, a sapphire, for example, so we always recommend treating your emerald with as much love and care as possible. We also recommend that you keep them away from any chemicals, including household items such as shampoo and washing up liquid. Emeralds are often treated to enhance their color and clarity. This is a normal and widely accepted practice. The important thing to note here is that there are varying levels of treatment. Our emeralds will only include organic, colorless cedarwood oil that won't change the color of your stone over time. Don't accept any other treatments unless the seller discloses these and the price reflects it. Steer clear of any dyes or resin fillers, as these may harm the stability of your stone over time. So when it comes to buying your perfect emerald, another important thing to be aware of is how emeralds are graded. Emeralds and gemstones are not graded in the same regimented way as diamonds. That being said, the 4 C's, which I'm sure you've all heard of, can be used as a rough guideline. The first C is color. Emeralds can range from very pale to very dark green, depending on their coloring elements. For example, our Zambian emeralds display a lovely mid to deep green hue. The next C is clarity. The important thing here is to know that emeralds, by nature, will always have inclusions. They're what tell the story of your stone, and no two emeralds will have the same distribution of them. Whilst you can't control whether or not your emerald has inclusions, you can be a little bit more picky about what type it has. Our emeralds typically consist of mica platelets, liquid droplets, and wispy feathers. We do not source emeralds with surface-reaching fractures or black mineral crystals, as they can take away from the aesthetic beauty of the stone. Next up is carat. Gemstones, like diamonds, do go by carat weight. To give you an idea, 5 carats is roughly equal to 1 gram. The important difference here is that all gemstones are cut by hand, so carat weight can be a little misleading. That's why we prefer to go by spread, or the dimensions of the stone, length by width. The final C is cut. Emeralds can be cut in any shape: round, cushion, pear, emerald, oval. But have you ever wondered how the emerald cut became the emerald cut? As I mentioned earlier, emeralds are a softer gemstone. Back in the day, they were routinely cut as rectangles. Artisans and jewelry wares were constantly finding the corners of the rectangle were chipping. The solution? Cut a rectangle without corners, and there you have it, the emerald cut. So the final thing we're going to talk about today is where emeralds come from. Colombia is a very well-known source of emeralds and has historically produced beautiful greens with blue hues. Brazil is another popular source of emeralds, They typically tend to be darker in color and more included. A more recent source for emeralds is Zambia, and they've been producing a beautiful selection of mid-color, good quality emeralds. We source a majority of our emeralds from Zambia, as they also enjoy highly regulated mining practices. So now you're an emerald expert and ready to craft your dream emerald jewelry, whether that's a ring, earrings, or maybe even a bracelet. And you can head to the Fenton website to do just that.